think about Chioma, this is what I see. That is what matters.
Kingdom. You put Hala here like church. You know why? Church is the only organized community we have in our
transportation business. I told Harrison, I said, I've already gone far. How many of us know TAP technologies?
Hackathon sessions. Because that's how ideas are bettered. It's when you come together and brainstorm.
My phone number. So you'll be added there. And the point is that any information that comes our way,
Talents and startups. You know, before, as a techie, before you can make a wave, before you can make any...
Affected in the general code base, so you can prefix with a hot fix. So this is one of the best practices.
So many of them turn out to volunteer for this event. That will tell you the level of awareness.
she has numerous certificates and qualifications from several universities and high institutions across the world in countries like Nigeria, UNN, United States, Israel, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Sweden, I've got Ethiopia, France, Senegal, Kenya, United Kingdom, Turkey. What are you doing with your hands? So give it up. Give it up for Chinwe F. Okoli for the keynote address. So you should have your notes at this point because the keynote, thank you. Welcome back.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Is it good morning? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm really delighted to be here, and I know the protocol has been established. I'd like to especially start by acknowledging some of the government officials I see here. I can see my colleague right there. Hello, Harrison. I can see, of course, the Onitsha Business School. Is he head of ICT? I met him a few weeks ago. And then, of course, IG Hub has left. Some founders are in this room. Techies are here. Developers are here. If you're here, let me know that you're here, right? Yeah, thank you. The startups are here. And of course, the organizers, the people that brought all of us here today. I just want to start by telling you all to give them a very big round of applause. Yeah, that is for the lead of GDG Onitsha and the co-lead. I think I've only met the co-leads. That is Happiness and Ken. But I know there's an Ifeanyi. Is Ifeanyi here? No. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I would like to see his face. I really love the fact that you guys are doing an amazing, I don't know. In fact, when I was coming, I wasn't expecting this much crowd. So, but I will just proceed by just standing on the existing protocol because I don't know all the important people that are seated in the room. So don't be offended if I don't specially acknowledge you because I may have just missed your face. But you all are important for being here. And for being here, I want you to really appreciate yourself. Give yourself a deafening round of applause. This is not deafening. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you all. I'm really proud to be here because when I came into Anambra State on this role, I was just wondering how much the tech ecosystem, what the size of the ecosystem here is, how many people are in the ecosystem, the groups, the developer groups that we have elsewhere, do we have them here? So it's really fascinating to see that we do not just have them, but they are powering. Do you understand? You guys are powering. And that's exciting for me. And then while I came in, I saw a lot of young ladies. That was also very encouraging because, You know, they say that the tech space is for the guys, right? But the ladies are really, really, really showing up, and that's also very encouraging. So today, they said I should come and deliver a keynote speech, but here, I am here for an interaction. Don't mind that big grammar. I'm here for an interaction. Some of you are meeting me for the first time. Some of you had attended one SID event or the other. But either way, at least I'm glad I'm meeting all of you today. So the topic I was given is innovative strategies for catalyzing entrepreneurship and tech innovation in Anambra State. I need you all to pay attention. If you're on your phone, I will call you to stand up and join us. I like, if I'm talking for 5 minutes, or if anybody is talking for that matter, so far you've left your house and you're here. You should pay attention, right? Exactly. So just pay attention. You see this beautiful young lady here asking questions. Please, what's your name? Onyeka seems to be the only one in this room. You know, you can only ask questions if you pay attention, right? If you listen, that's only when you know what was confusing or what you ask. But if you were busy scrolling through Instagram, you would be here, but you're not here. Please don't be here and not be here, okay? Okay? Exactly. So this topic I was given, I'm just going to approach it in just a few ways. One, we're going to be looking at what's the status of the Anambra innovation ecosystem right now. I will just be asking you guys to see how much you guys are aware of where we are, especially compared to where the rest of the world is, right? You guys are going to answer, right? You guys are techies now. Is there non-techie in this room? Raise your hand. If you're an aspiring techie, raise your hand so that I will not ask you. Aspiring. You guys want to dodge the questions. Yeah, but we have more techies in the room, so they are going to answer. So we're just going to see what exactly is where are we, right? Then where do we want to get to? What are our challenges? Who should do what? What should be done? Who should do what? As we work towards getting to that destination of ours. Is that clear? Yeah, so in case I forget where we are, you remind me in this outline. Okay? So the first question would be, first off, not a question now. I've said I'm happy to be here, and the topic we're discussing is quite timely. It's talking about entrepreneurship, it's talking about tech innovation. In fact, and in between is digital skills, right? So in between this whole spectrum, you know where you find yourself. As an entrepreneur, as a techie. You know, people use the word techie. And when you now ask them, they are still struggling to know exactly where exactly in the spectrum they are. They just answer the word techie. So on this spectrum, whether you're an entrepreneur, you're a startup, you're a digital expert, we find where you are. And for those of you who are not anywhere just yet, probably, in fact, I want to believe that by being in this hall, if you were not sure, by being in this hall, being with all these fantastic young men and women, you should live here different, right? You should live here better than you were when you came, right? Exactly. So the first thing I want to, I'm sure all of us understand what innovation is. But for those aspiring techies that raise their hands, so when you hear the word innovation, it's simply creating something new or improving what's existing. Something could be idea, it could be process, it could be product, whatever it is. So innovation shouldn't be such a scary word because sometimes people just hear it, they're not sure what it is, and they just make up whatever it is in their mind. But all of you sitting here right now, you know that innovation is just process of creating something new idea or new product or new service or improving on whatever that is existing, right? It has to be better or it has to be new. So then entrepreneurship, all of you know the meaning now, right? Who does not know the meaning of entrepreneurship right here? Ha. Who does not know? Everybody knows, right? Is it because I'm coming down now? Everybody knows. Who wants to share? Who wants to share? Who wants to say what they think it is? Entrepreneurship. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. My name is Okeke Shoma Bibiana. Just as you said, innovation is very related to entrepreneurship. So an entrepreneur is a person who creates a new idea that has value. So entrepreneurship is the process of creating value in a new way.
Great, thank you very much, Choma. Does anybody want to add? Does anybody want to add? Okay, shout it. What is it? The lady. Say your name. I'm sure we can hear you. There's no second microphone. Say your name and say what it is. What do you want to add? Juliet. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A round of applause for them. So the ladies are thinking in this room, guys. Okay, so I just want to, for want of time, I'm just going to add two things. Of course, entrepreneur is creating something, right? Turning ideas into something, to a business. Of course, he has an end goal, yeah? He wants to make profit. I do not know the entrepreneur that doesn't want to make profit. Is there an entrepreneur that doesn't want to make profit? Do you say yes? Okay, so this entrepreneurship that I want you guys to know today is this one that has the end goal of making profit and is willing to take risk. Do you understand? Is willing to take risk. So those are just a few things I want to add. So with this now, we want to now ask just some sort of a reflection. When we do innovation, when Anambra State is actively playing in the world of innovation and entrepreneurship, as we know it today. You know, Anambra is, should I say, a zone of entrepreneurs, right? In Onisha, here we are. I mean, I don't know what is bigger than the markets we have here, the number of SMEs we have here, right? So when we look at this, we're now looking at how can entrepreneurship and innovation merge to result in, to drive economic growth? How can tech awareness drive economic growth of Anambra State, of Onisha, of your families, right? How can innovation enhance the quality of life of the people of Anambra State, of all of you sitting here? Whether in terms of job or in terms of the companies you're building or whatever it is. So some reflections I want us to just go through. Who are they? When you think about innovation, the tech space, the technology, whatever, in Anambra State, the tech ecosystem, who are the key players that come to mind? Are there top of mind key players in this tech ecosystem that you can mention? They could be emerging startups. They could be hubs. They could be angel investors. Which ones do you know in Anambra State? You can raise your hand and just quickly say it. Who are the key players? Who are the startups you know? Yes? Mention it, sir. B. Why are you guys laughing? Did you say B-Law? B-Law. How many people knew about B-Law before now? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, like maybe about 5 people. What about innovation hubs? Okay, apart from IG Hub, Codex just opened a few weeks ago. I mean, we're talking about the notable ones. I mean, yeah? Digital Dreams. What about startups? All right, Forest Labs. Any other one? ASAP what? Okay. Who knows what ASAP now does? No, now. Are you the founder? Okay. Okay, that's good. Thank you. At least, if you're struggling to think about this, that means we need to do a lot more work, right? So that you can just be mentioning the names very easily. right? Do you guys know that in the last 15 years, the African continent, that's Africa, attracted investment into the startup ecosystem worth over $20 billion? Do you know that? Yeah. The Brighter Bridges reported that recently. So that means right now in 2023, the ecosystem, Africa's startup ecosystem is valued at $21 billion. Then the question is, what percentage of this figure came to Anambra State? Hello? What percentage came to Anambra State? Can you mention? You don't know. You're not sure. You need some research to know the figure, right? But think about it, $21 billion. Not naira. If I do the maths, $21 billion. I'm sure your calculator will tell you that maybe the zeros can no longer enter. And don't know the pioneers, the people that, these are into startups, not into government or into startups. That means into the ideas of young boys and girls like you in Africa who have the same challenges you have, who you may even be better than, who you may even have better opportunities than. Because if you go and read some of these founders, you then see that some of the things you may want to list as your challenges, they had it worse. But today they've built companies that is attracting billions from different parts of the world. So I'd like you to be thinking while we're here. That's why I said I'm not here to give a keynote. I'm here to have a conversation. So the other thing is, okay, so just this year, I think a few weeks ago, this year, there was a report that Nigeria alone got about $1 billion. Hello? Nigeria alone, startups in Nigeria, this is our Nigeria, got $1 billion. In fact, divide it by 36 states in Nigeria and see how much was supposed to come to Anambra if we had just divided it and say, everybody come and take your own allocation. $1 billion. But unfortunately, it's not divided that way, right? It's the brilliant ideas that will attract that kind of money. So again, the question is, how much came to Anambra? When I say came to Anambra, I don't mean how much came to the state government or anything, or the churches. It's how much came to your brilliant ideas. Is somebody there? Are you following? Are you thinking? Are you thinking? You better think, because it's this thinking, it's this thought that will help you to start placing yourself in between these billions. You need to place yourself. If you cannot see it, if you cannot dream it, you can't even try, right? So that's why I just wanted to mention some of this. So what is the status quo today? Quickly, I will say that Anambra is a virgin land when it comes to innovation. We have the people like GDG group doing their best to build the ecosystem here. We have some other small ecosystems across the state. We have, you heard when Chinagozi spoke, he said that the IG hub here was not meant to be doing incubation or something, right? So it was just meant to be here and do some other thing, but not some of the programs they do elsewhere. So it just shows that, yes, there are a few centers or a few hubs that have come up in the state, but many of them are essentially co-working spaces where techies can have events, have meetups. But the programs, the actual programs, the intentional programs to grow the ecosystem is still, I like to say, is still evolving. Because I've been engaging with the innovation hubs. Some of them I see they are doing digital skills training, right? Do you know any innovation hub in Anambra so far that does business incubation? Have you been part of any? Exactly. So this is the situation right now. And that's all part of what needs to change. Because without business incubation, the startups will hardly come out of the state, right? I can see one startup I think I recognize, even though I think I'm meeting him for the first time right here. So we need startups to come out of Anambra State. So this is the status quo, yeah? We don't have the innovation hubs, the accelerators to build, because without them, we will struggle to have startups. And without startups, we can't have angel investors investing. We can't have venture capitalists looking this way, right? I don't know, in this thing I'm saying, I don't know if anybody is seeing where he can come in, where he can change things already. Because you know, it's not the governor or the government or the church that will come up with the ideas. You know, you're the ones that will come up with the ideas, right? Just like the last speaker, the OBS, Oluwaseun, okay, Oluebube. So just like he said, you have to be the ones that will profile ideas to problems. And these ideas that you come up with, those are the things that become startups, right? And those are the things that will attract this kind of money. Are you guys with me? Those at the back, are you there? You sitting here can actually be the next Mark Zuckerberg. Do you know that? But it's only when you pay attention, know what you need to do, and how you need to do it, and where you need to go. You might just be the one between yourself and your billionaire self. Somebody say, oh yeah. Yes. So here in Anambra, still talking on the status quo. The Anambra are natural entrepreneurs, yeah? That's why everywhere you see markets everywhere. Almost every family has a businessman. You yourself might even be a businessman. You're buying, you're selling, you're whatever it is. Anything that will make money exchange hands. So now imagine a thriving community of tech enthusiasts like you. You're not just that you're enthusiastic about tech, but you know the thing, right? You have the skill. Imagine the techies jamming where technology meets entrepreneurship. Because some people, they have the skills, but they are not entrepreneurs per se, right? But here you have the entrepreneurs. Somehow you have the entrepreneurship spirit in you, and then you now jam technology. What do you think will happen when entrepreneurship meets tech in Anambra State? This should be the heaven of startups. This should be the next startup destination. Somebody say amen. Yes. Because, I mean, entrepreneurship comes natural to us somehow, whether by observing or by seeing someone else doing it or by looking at your mother or your father or your uncle, whatever. Somehow, you pick a skill or two. Now, you know, integrate technology right there. You will see that we have the potential. We have the potential. Anambra startups can contribute significantly to the development of Nigeria, to the country's GDP. Anambra startups can. We can build a vibrant ecosystem, you know, that can attract both local and international investment. I don't know if these things I'm saying sounds too big. And we can foster the environment that's conducive for groundbreaking ideas. So here, the key challenges. What are the key challenges you see? Why do you think we are not yet there? Mention it. Who can say? Key challenges. Why are we not there yet? Why are there no startups right here? What? Yes? No. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let's be coordinated. Yeah? The guy. What do you mean by the environment? This place? What do you mean by environment? Your neighbor? The people around you? All those people around you right there. All right. Who? Thank you. Who else? Yeah, the guy in red. Access to the right information. Thank you. Yes, the guy. Yes. Thank you. Financial, yeah, thank you. Thank you, financial challenge. But do you know one thing I want to say in this financial? So he said two things. One, commitment. It's not just about coming up with the idea. is about staying through. Do you have the staying power to build? And then he said something about financial challenges. And I just wanted to say that since I was born, I've always heard about financial challenges. There has never been a time they said money was enough. So financial challenge has always been part of life. And trust me, it will forever be part of life. Hello? Okay, yeah, the lady there. Affordable trainings and mentorship, lack. Okay, thank you. Yeah, the last person, yeah. Excellent, thank you. And I think somehow everybody in this room find themselves in that space. Somehow, procrastination. You may have the money, even if you don't have the money, you may have access to the free courses. Or, do you understand? You may have access to free events, but you say, I beg, I will go next year. In fact, they will do again next week. In fact, I will start this course. Don't worry, let me sleep. Tomorrow, I will start this course. Before you know it, 1 month is gone. You have not started. Before you know it, the year is gone. Maybe in January, you will have written that by the end of this year, I will be a software developer. See the year, we're in November, or you have not started. So yeah, I really like the fact that you guys mentioned, so she mentioned something about affordability of skills. Somebody talked about mentorship. The other person talked about commitment. And I'm trying to remember, financial, and what again now? Access to information. So if you look at all of these things you guys mentioned, these are all the things that if you check, you see that somehow you can navigate if you're determined. Is that right? Am I right or right? Exactly. Exactly. So these are some of the challenges. So sometimes you find out that challenges may not be as external as you would like to think. So it may be some things that are largely, solvable if you really look. In this community, you guys are all here. How many people? Somebody talked about access to affordable knowledge. There are techies in this room. I can see Anambra techie. Hello, sir. Yeah. So have you connected with Anambra techie? I'm sure he would have hooked you up, where you would have learned a thing or two free of charge. Yeah? Am I right? Zikora, am I right? So what I'm saying in essence is, if you look at them, if you look at this, I have seen many people organize one training or the other free. Did you attend those? Yeah? There are so many free online courses on Google. If you don't even know where to find them, just go on Google and search for what it is you want to learn. Have you attended all those? Those are free and affordable. Free, actually. Have you attended those? The ones near you, have you attended? The ones you can attend with your phone, have you? So when you check all of this, then somebody talked about awareness, information. If you have a phone and you say you don't have the information, that means you're not using the phone well, right? Do you know that you can go on Google Alert and just put some keywords, and whatever it is you're looking for, if there's any information around that, you automatically get alert, right? So there's so much opportunities out there, but it depends on what are you looking for. But I'm just going to be wrapping up here by just now coming in from the government perspective, right? This is the first time in Anambra State that the government is coming all out. Because we've looked, we saw that the private sector is not yet driving the ecosystem as we would like it, right? And so the governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, decided to set up the Solution Innovation District. Thank you. He knows about the opportunity in the tech ecosystem, how it can unlock businesses, our businesses in Anambra State, how the tech ecosystem can take them global, can make them get more customers, can make them, make more money, right? And then make them, when they're making more money, they have too many orders, they can employ more people, right? So it goes from one-man business to somebody that has 10 employees or more. That is job creation, right? He knows that the tech ecosystem can take a lot of youth off the street and employ them with the right digital skill, right? And that's why we are building the Anambra Digital Tribe. Who has heard that before? Good. At least some people have heard. We're building the Anambra Digital Tribe. Anambra Digital Tribe, in a nutshell, just people who are professionals, who are experts in different, whatever skill area, digital skill area, whether it's software engineering, whether it's data science, cloud computing, cybersecurity, digital marketing, whatever it is. So we're building a tribe so that you will not be looking for skill. That's if you're looking for skill, the right skill, you look to Anambra State. If the world is looking for skills, the talent, they look to Anambra State. Imagine if all of you here, you are professionals in various digital skills. So that's why we're building the Anambra Digital Tribe. And we're doing this through various training programs, okay? Right now, Code Anambra just ended a few days ago. Who applied? Did anybody here apply? Okay, great. At least some people know. First off, some of you that are looking like you're a bit confused, you're hearing it for the first time. If you're on social media, the first thing you should do is to look for Solution Innovation District. So, and you connect on all platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere, Twitter, X, Facebook, TikTok. Look for Solution Innovation District and connect, because the only reason we exist is because of you. We're here so that you can become startups. We're here so that you can hone your skill and become a digital tribe, a member of the digital tribe. We are here so that the SMEs in Anambra State will go global. Somebody say hallelujah. Yeah, so that is it. So we're grooming startups. We're starting our business incubation program focused on your business. So we want to see, like the Dev Fest, GDG Onisha, we want to see you holding hackathon sessions, because that's how ideas are bettered. It's when you come together and brainstorm for solutions. That's how startup ideas come. You may not figure it all out by yourself. You may be confused, but when you guys come together, before you know it, by the end of the hackathon session, you have 3 or 4 of you forming a team. That's how startup teams are born. And that's how you now go through business incubation program, and then you stand a chance of attracting this kind of billions of dollars I talked about. Imagine yourself controlling a $1 billion company. Do you think you can do that? Who wants to control a $1 billion company? Okay, some, yeah. So some don't want to control. Okay, who wants to work in a $1 billion company? You want to work? You don't want to work and you don't want to control. So what's your problem? You want what? You want the money, but you don't want to work, and neither do you want to. Okay, so just to summarize, because my time is actually up. Just to summarize, there are a few reasons why this is not happening. We need to be intentional about, coming together like this. I'm really happy you guys are here. And again, just know for the first time that the government is behind you. Really. That's my job. My job is to support you however I can on behalf of Mr. Governor. Clap for our governor, Jerry. Yeah. And just to highlight that, I would just like to say here, just to demonstrate this support. There's a startup right here. You guys might know them, but this is my first time of seeing them. I'm able to see one of them because I've been seeing his picture online. I haven't met him. But they reached out to me a few weeks ago that they were selected for a startup battlefield that was happening in San Francisco, yeah? And but they didn't have the money to go. They reached out. I took it straight up to Mr. Governor. I said, Mr. Governor, this is our startup. We need to support them. They need to go to the US. Thank you. And Mr. Governor did not waste time to give that approval. And because of the shortness of time we had, everything was expedited to make sure that they got the money before they traveled. Yeah. So that is Forest Labs. And the CEO is here, and I'm yet to meet him. I can see him, but I'm yet to meet him. So that is what we do not need to know who you are. He didn't know me from anywhere. Neither did he know the governor, or did the governor know him. Do you understand? But just the idea was what we needed for that connection to happen. He hadn't come. He has not come to work. He has not even come to SID. In fact, he should come to SID this week. So he hasn't even come to Oka to see us or anything, or to meet with us. So that is the commitment Mr. Governor has towards supporting the ecosystem. Right now, we're doing the Code Anambra program. We've done the level up with Microsoft. Now we're doing the Code Anambra program. It's going to be a four-month program. And there are 14 tracks, right? So, and you know how much you were to pay if you were to go somewhere else and pay. You guys know you are in the ecosystem. Browse around and see the cost. Some charge as much as 4 million, 3.5. Just our neighbors, right? So, but this is what you're going to be getting for free. Clap for our Governor, Jari. Thank you. Thank you. So the goal is so that you get these skills, and then we expose you to opportunities if you prove to be one of the finest. We expose you because we're partnering with people, we're attracting attention to Anambra State. If you follow the programs we do, you follow our engagements with the US companies, with the UNDP, all of those engagements my office does on behalf of Mr. Governor, or Mr. Governor does by himself, are all towards supporting you. But if you don't come out to take advantage of it, what do we do? You know, you can take a horse to the water, but you cannot force it to drink water, right? So just know that the governor is quite committed to supporting you, and that's why he set up my office. I'm all here for you, me and my team. Ike is here. Precious is also here. In fact, Precious started working with us after the Level Up Anambra program. He was one of the interns we selected from that program. So whatever we say we will do, we do. In that program, some people got laptops after the program. Some people got internship opportunities. So whatever it is, and just 2 weeks ago, I think exactly, about 2 Tuesdays ago, the governor gave 2 billion naira to support entrepreneurs who had gone through. Thank you. These entrepreneurs were young people who had gone through the 1U2 skills program, which was, I mean, they're entrepreneurs. They learned different skills and all of that. And now they got money. You know, whatever our governor, he does not say with the one he will not do. That's the only thing. So you might push him and push him. So far he will not do it. He's not going to say it. But if he says he's going to do it, he commits to it. He tries his best to do it. So 2 billion naira were shared by young people like you. Did anybody here, is any beneficiary of 1U2 skills here? Oh, wow, clap for her, clap for her. Yes, yes. So don't be here and be saying there is no opportunity, there is no awareness. My dear, your phone is the only awareness you need. Your phone. Connect with Solution Innovation District, because any program we are doing, anything we are designing is with you in mind, okay? Our programs, our opportunities, and it's only when you connect we know your challenges. We know where you need help most. We know the ones we can do or the ones we can refer you. So, but if you don't connect, you just be working and say if you have the skills, people reach out to us. There's what we call Anambra Jobs. It's part of what we do. If you go on our pages, you see the link. You can upload your, fill your details there. So if we find the person looking for your kind of skill, we match if we are sure that you can deliver. All right? We match. So I'm here to support you. My office is here to support you. The goal is to build the Silicon Valley of Anambra State. Yes, right. For those of you who have not been to Silicon, and you know the fun thing. As a young person, I like traveling. And you see most of those streets listed there. I did not pay most of them, but it's only when you know where to go and who to connect to. There are so many opportunities in this ecosystem. All these Japa you guys are talking about. When you are in this ecosystem and you know what you're doing, traveling becomes easy. People can even pay for for you to travel. Do you understand? You have job opportunity. I know this thing is a bit confusing for you, but that's what you need to do. The ecosystem, connect. If we say meet up, make sure you're there. If we say hackathon session, show up. Okay? If you see posts, don't scroll past. We even have our tech community. I think they can share the link through Happiness. And if you want to join SID community, so that when we share information on WhatsApp, you get the notification. So you don't miss out. You just be here. Things are passing under your nose. Huh? So do your part. Are you going to do your part? Yeah. Are you going to do your part? Yeah. If you do your part and we do our part, then solution is here, right? Sure. If you agree, say solution is here. Sure. Thank you very much.
Any questions? Yes. Two questions. Yes. A female and a female.
Hello, everyone.
Wait now, bros, take it easy.
I'm waiting for someone from the government,
So mine is both a question and a suggestion as well. We've heard about the very wonderful initiative of the government, the SID program. I want to ask, are there metrics to measure impact of this initiative? Because that is one problem we have in Nigeria. We have a lot of initiatives, we bring them, execute them, but in the end, we don't measure their impact. So if we don't have one, as far as these good initiatives of the government is concerned, there is need for us to create one. Then, second, is there any program in place to track those who benefit from this program, how they are faring? Are there such post scheme for them so that we make sure that the programs they've been part of, after it, what comes next? Do they progress? And do they need any support, be it moral, financially, network, and all of that? I think it's also a good thing we should also consider. Thank you. My name is Solomon Ezobika.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is BK. So, mine is more of experience and then what government is about. I've studied universities in Nigeria, I've studied in like Lagos and back home in Onitsha now. So, coming back to Onitsha, oftentimes I've been stopped by the police. Those in the GDG community must have seen the day I mentioned it. So, what that is doing is that it's preparing me to live again. Yes. Every point in time. I've been stopped by the police. I don't have on my phone now. The only thing I have on my phone are basic apps. My Slack is no more there.
We better address so that we don't take time.
Just shout.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mark, for the lecture. My question is, therefore, one use scale. Like, I think it's difficult to see where to do to write, to know, to get information, like always on Google, researching, calling people. You understand? I need more, we need to have a number that you can call directly and the person will say, okay, call these people or give the direction. When I go to the Google and I read, after reading, nothing to them an answer. No number there for me to call. Okay, there is no number there for me to call. For example, when I'm searching about the one you two skills, and I'm on Google and maybe I get the link. Now, after reading, There is no number for me to call to get more information. There is no WhatsApp, nothing for me to WhatsApp. And there was a time I sent you.
The emails were not returned. All right, thank you.
What do you want to ask?
So I need to ask this question because I know that there are students here, and me, I just finished, and I know I faced that challenge too. What is from the marketing perspective, I know that, I think that there is still a low awareness about these programs, especially in the schools. And I would like to know, what are the plans for that? Are we planning to have student ambassadors of these programs? And are we going to also have sessions where students can be trained on campus? Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, there's another one. All right. Last one, right?
Yeah, greetings, ma. I'm impressed to meet you today. I'm your follower on Facebook. My question is this. It's all about the SIDs, this One Youth, Two Skills programs. Then my question is this. Is there a specific area for that program being done? Because people like us that are in Idemili North, and we don't feel the program, we have no idea about the program. Just like we saw it on Facebook and social medias, but the program being done is not people that are Idemili side. We don't.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. Just very quickly, the first question or suggestion, or both, by Solomon, he said, metrics to measure impact. Sure. The One Youth Two Skills program, for instance, which is implemented by the Ministry of Youth Development, this is just the first cohort. And, you don't just start measuring impact today. You give it time. So, yes, there are metrics. Because the government wants to be able to say after a few years, yeah, we did this and we achieved this. So it's part of the entire program. So monitoring and evaluation is part of our programs. Then I'm just wondering, what was the second thing? I think the second thing is more like it. Yeah. So the second question by BK, second question by BK said, harassment by police. Hello. Hi. Are you guys here? Tony and Cole? Yeah. All right. So, harassment by police. I think that is not peculiar to Anambra. Yeah. And that was actually the kind of thing that led to the protest the other time, right? So, the person that asked made it look like it's an Anambra issue. So, that is still what is. In fact, I was in Lagos 2 weeks ago, and going to the airport early morning. You always see those guys. And they will pack, especially if they are young men. If you're a taxi carrying a young man in the car, they will pack you. But they did not pack me. And I asked the guys, so why didn't they pack us? They didn't even ask us any question. They say, because you're a lady and you look responsible. That was the taxi driver's response. So, and then I understand that those people that are packed there, they go through different kinds of things. And I just asked, is the government aware of it? Well, but I guess that police is part of government, right? So, but the thing I see for Anambra State, because this question came up when we had SID meetup a few weeks ago, this concern was raised. What I have seen and what I think we need to do is, one, of course there are bad people, right? The only thing we are trying to say, okay, not like there are bad people, I'm saying there are people that do the illegal things, right? So the only thing is now trying to say who is and who is not. Which the police, if you tell them don't do this, they say, okay, so how do we know the bad ones? So I just think, personally, is to engage them. So like in this kind of fora, if there was a session on that kind, on maybe police or security or whatever, engagement or communication or whatever it is, that involves the security agencies, you can invite them. Trust me, they will come. If you invite them here, let's assume there's a policeman here or a senior police officer or DSP or whatever. The person comes here and you guys ask that question directly and share your concern. And then he says from where they stand, what it is they are seeing, right? You know, when you write 6, the other person is seeing 6, that side. The other one is seeing 9. So they say what it is they are thinking and what they are looking for. And then you guys say, okay, this is who we are and this is how we operate. So do you guys now understand it? Okay, fine. Then he goes back and educates his officers. And maybe that will improve the way. So I think there's need for engagement, especially now as we're trying to build the ecosystem, because we can't say we are raising techies. The techies can move about with their laptops. Do you understand? So it's an engagement we will continue, and it's good that you guys are raising it. But please, one thing I want to highlight, whenever you have that a chance to raise that kind of question, don't be aggressive. Don't be aggressive. You know, when you are aggressive, you lose the point. You even lose the person you're talking to. I was at an event where there were top government officials. That was a dialogue. A young lady was given a microphone because she was a young person. The others had been elderly people asking questions. They gave her a microphone. She took the microphone and started shouting. Yeah. She was like, no, what I'm saying is that, you know, that kind of thing. And they took the microphone away from her. And the question was around this kind of thing. So she was too aggressive to make her point, and her point ended up, she had the chance, high-level chance, but she lost it. So no matter how sad or angry or humiliated you feel, please, you know, when you get a chance, engage. Make them see your point. Make them see what it is, because they may not really know what it is. So that way, they will share what it is, and you can even suggest better ways they should engage. Do you understand? So I think that's that about that. But we'll continue to, in our own events, we'll see how we engage them in our own side as a government as we try to build the ecosystem. And then the last person said something, information point. Information point. Yeah, information point. You said, yeah, there might not be a number in a flyer or something, or whatever information, maybe on the news channel, maybe a press release. But if you make your research, if you know the organization that is announcing, just type their thing and go to their website. You will always see how to contact any organization on their website. So even if you not see it every time on each post they make, you can find that on their website. So a little due diligence for every news you see is which organization is in charge. Like some people now know 1 U2 skills, but don't even know which arm of the government is handling it. So they may be asking the wrong person. So once you know who is handling it, which you will see in that press release, you go online, find that particular contact information you're looking for, okay? And when you send an email and you haven't got a response, don't say you sent an email. Send again. There's a reason you can send reminder. Because you don't know whether they've got like 2,000 emails in one day. And somebody is responding. Can only respond to, when work closes, person goes home. Tomorrow, by the time the person comes tomorrow, another 2,000 has come on top your own. So the person is responding, but it has not gotten. So you keep sending reminders, so your own keeps coming up, okay? That helps. And then marketing in schools, yes, of course. We actually have a community of all the student leaders and all of that, and we're planning quite some big engagements targeted at students themselves. But one puzzling thing, or a thing of concern I've seen is that a lot of young people in school these days, information might be just right in their nose, like right there, but they can't smell it. And they know about it, they're just not interested. So yeah, we're engaging with students, and we hope that they repent, at least a lot of them. All right, I think that's the last question, right? Yeah. So, well, if you have any other question, you can find me on social media. You can connect. From time to time, I go to my DM and I respond. My name is Chinwe Okoli. I'm sure you can identify me when you see me on social media. You can connect on any platform, send me message, because we can't exhaust it right here. And even if not right here, you might have a question in the future. You can send me a message, and I'll do well to respond when I have the time, okay? Thank you very much.